Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be reviewing the Fitbit Flex, which is something that is designed to help you motivate yourself to exercise. So this is the Fitbit Flex, and basically it's just a simple wristband, and when you buy one of these you get given two bands. This one is like the smaller size, and then there's a larger size as well, because the actual Fitbit is just this teeny little thing that slots into the band, so it doesn't matter which band you use. You just swap this little device between them and it literally just slots in there, so you can barely even see it. It's really subtle, it never comes out, it's quite secure. So when you get your Fitbit, it's automatically programmed so that your goal for each day is 10,000 steps. Now you can change this using the app, which I will show you later. Now that sounds quite easy, but it's really not that easy. You'll be amazed at, like, if you just, it's achievable, but if you don't think about doing exercise, then you're probably only going to be getting like 3,000 to 5,000. So the way that you can find out how many steps you've done is either you can look at the app, which I'll show you, or you tap on it twice and you see those lights, and basically there are a possible 5 lights and they correspond to your goal that you have. So mine's still on 10,000, so each light is 2,000 steps, right? Because there are 5 lights. So that's the same if you've got a goal of, say, 20,000, but obviously then each light will be 4,000 steps. And as you might have seen there, the third light is kind of flashing like that, and that I think means that you're approaching that number of steps. So in my case, I'm approaching 6,000, but I'm not there yet. And when you've got all of your steps, it does a little vibrate, so you know you've reached your goal. And you might think that this seems a bit silly, and I know that the new Fitbits have an actual number on the display, but I find that you don't really need to know precisely what number you've got, and if you do, then the app will tell you exactly how many you've done. So I'll just show you the app now. It's on my iPad because my phone's a bit rubbish, so I find it easier to do on my iPad. So this is the app here, and as you can see, this is for today, but if I press this arrow here, you can see previous days, and it goes back really far. For today, it gives you your steps. So this bar here is out of 10,000, and this colour changes to green when you've reached your goal. So you can see on previous days, mine has been green. So it also gives you the distance here, whether you've actually, how quickly you've been getting these steps. So obviously this is not good, but I've just been inside today, so I haven't really got any active minutes, whereas say yesterday I went for a run, so I quickly got loads of those. And also calories that you've burnt, and now you all know my weight, lovely. And what you can also do is you can enter in what exercise you've done, I believe, but I don't bother to do that. You can also track your sleep, you can enter what food you've eaten and how much you've drunk. So you can do a lot of things with this, but for me, I'm just interested in the steps. So if you click on the steps, it actually gives you a breakdown of how many you've done per hour, which is really, really interesting. If I go to a previous day, you can see, so this is when I went for my run, so obviously that's green and it's much higher, and then you can see some hours, obviously I probably didn't move at all, and you can also look at this per week, you can do it per month, per 3 months, and per year. And the other thing you can do is you can add your friends onto your sort of Fitbit list, and apparently you can also do challenges, which you compete in with your friends and family. But I've never done any of these before. So given that I just use my Fitbit as essentially a pedometer, you might think, how is it any better than just a £20 pedometer that you can buy? But why spend all that money on this just to track your steps? And the thing that I would say about that is that when you have a pedometer, it literally just tells you the number of steps. Whereas because this tells you how much progression you've made towards your goal, I think it kind of encourages you more to reach for that goal. And especially the fact that when you reach your goal, A, it lights up and vibrates, but B, on the app itself, it will often, I think, send you a message saying like, congratulations, you've met your goal. And it also sometimes sends you badges. So if you've done, say, 25,000 steps in one day, you get a badge for that. And there's a whole load of badges. And, you know, it's just little things like that, really. Because sometimes when you just know the number of steps, it doesn't really put it into a context. It's just a number. Whereas this is kind of like, well done, you've met your goal, or you know, you've still got to do some more. And it kind of encourages you to go out for a walk until you've met your goal. But the other way that this is different for me from a pedometer is the friend element of it, and that you can add people that you know onto your friend list. And even though I've only got 3 other people, I think it really helps to spur me on, because you're all ranked into according to how many steps you've achieved that week. And what I've found is that when we're all on board with it, we really seem to motivate each other, I think, because we'll often either all be doing really well and we'll be near 70,000, but as soon as a couple of you drop off, then I feel like the others do as well. So that's kind of maybe a downside to it. But when you're all in it together, it really works. What I would say is that if you don't know anyone who's got a Fitbit, it will help, but I think the leadership board part is one of the main advantages of a Fitbit over a simple pedometer, because it also allows you to cheer other people. You can taunt other people. I've never done that, but you can do that. And you can also message each other, which is quite fun. And I think, I am quite a competitive person, as are some of the people I've got on my Fitbit list, but, we do try to, at least all be on fairly similar numbers. So I think that's one of the main things for me. I like to see that I'm, I can move up the leadership board if I go out and have a walk, So yeah, I would say all in all, it's a really great device, particularly if you have friends who also have one. But it really makes you more aware of how much you exercise. And I think definitely on days where you're not doing a lot, it kind of encourages you to go out. So I suppose if you're already really active, I don't think it's really gonna help you that much, but then this is a motivational device, and so I guess you don't need motivating. But if you're like me and you have quite a few days where you just don't do anything, I think this will really help. So I hope this video helps. If you've got any questions, please comment below. Give this video a thumbs up. Also, let me know if you have a Fitbit, or if you have a different kind of device. That would also be really interesting. And if you do decide to get one, let me know what you think of it. Happy exercising! Bye!